Hello everyone, hope you are doing well. So it's our second lecture of S block elements. In first lecture we have discussed about the basics of the S block elements, like what elements are kept under the S blocks, and we have talked about first group elements and second group elements, that they are considered as the S block elements. And also we have talked about their specific name, alkali metals and alkaline earth metals, why they have given that specific name. We have discussed about that, and also we discussed about that their atomic radii and ionic radii. Okay, so in this lecture we will discuss about their ionization enthalpy and related to the other properties. Okay, so we are going to start. Our first topic for today's lecture is ionization enthalpy. So ionization enthalpy for the first group elements. We will talk about ionization enthalpy of the first group elements. What is the ionization enthalpy? We have learned in periodic table chapter that the minimum energy required to remove the electron from the outer shell, from the outermost shell of the atom. So we can check the ionization enthalpy by the electronic configuration. So what is the electronic configuration of the S block elements? Specifically we are talking about the first group elements now. So this is the electronic configuration, NS1. Okay, so let's talk about lithium. Lithium has electronic configuration of 1s2, 2s1. Sodium has 1s2, 2s2, 2p6 and 3s1. Okay, just like potassium have 4s1. Okay, then it has a novel configuration of argon and 4s1. So to determine ionization enthalpy trend, let's see what is the outermost shell configuration of these elements. Only S1. So there is only one electron in the outermost shell of the first group elements. So let's see, this is our sodium atom, this is nucleus, this is first shell, this is second shell, and this is our third shell. So there is only one electron. It is bound loosely. Why it is bound loosely? Because this electron is well screened by the second shell electrons. Second shell is 2s2 and 2p6 electrons. So it is loosely bound. It is very easily removable. So as we know, these first group elements are metals. Metals have low ionization enthalpy. So also lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium and cesium will have the lowest ionization enthalpy in whole periodic table. So but we have to talk about their order of ionization enthalpy and how it will change by going down the group. So lithium has its outermost electron in 2s1, sodium has its outermost electron and 3s1, just like potassium has in 4s1, and it will go down like rubidium will have in 5s1 and cesium will have in 6s1. So as we go down the group, rubidium and cesium, the outermost electron is going far from the nucleus. Outermost electron is going far from the nucleus, means we need lesser energy to remove the electron from the outermost shell. Okay, so although all elements have lowest energy, all elements need lowest energy to remove last electron, but the trend is like that. Lithium will need greatest energy to remove the outermost shell, remove the outermost electron, because it is nearer to the nucleus, because it has only 1s2. If I make lithium like that, this is nucleus, this is first shell, this is second shell. It has last electron in this shell. It is very near to the nucleus, so it is bound strongly as compared to other first group elements. So lithium will have the greatest ionization enthalpy. It is the first ionization enthalpy actually, because we are removing the first electron from the atom. So lithium has the greatest, then sodium comes, then potassium comes, then rubidium, and thus cesium. So this is the order of IE of first group elements. Okay. We have talked about the reason why it has lowest ionization enthalpy, as they are metals, but how it varies in the group, it is varying according to this order. Cesium has the least ionization enthalpy. Why we don't talk about the francium? It has also another element in the first group, francium, because it is the radioactive. So we are not talking about the francium. We cannot use it like other we are using the other metals, lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, and cesium. Okay, so this is the order of the ionization enthalpy of the first group elements. Now let's talk about if we have to remove the second electron from the atom. Second electron, like if I have removed first electron from lithium, it is like Li plus. Lithium has configuration 1s2, 2s1. And lithium plus has the configuration of 1s2. Now it has the configuration of noble gas. So it is very hard, it is very difficult to remove the electron, to remove the second electron from the atom. Okay, so the IE2 means second ionization enthalpy will be very higher value. If I will talk about IE2, it will be very greater than IE1 for only first group elements. So question can come like that, an element belongs to the third period or fourth period of it has the configuration of NS1. Its first ionization enthalpy is 600 or 400, and the second ionization enthalpy of 6000 or 700. So we can see the difference. The first ionization enthalpy is 600, the second ionization enthalpy is 6000. So there is difference of 10 times. First is 600 and the second is 6000. So we can imagine like that huge difference can only be exist in the first group elements. Thus we can determine what the element the question is talking about. Okay. So this is about the ionization enthalpy of the first group elements. Now let's talk about other properties. So I hope you shouldn't have any kind of doubt in the ionization enthalpy. It is very simple. It has the regular trend in the group. There is no exception. There is just a simple reason for that. I should read it. Now we are going to talk about the electron activity of first group elements. We are talking about the first group elements. Don't confuse with the whole S group elements. We will talk separately about the second group elements. So electron activity. What is the electron activity? Electron activity is the power to attract the electrons of bond. Okay, so as we know, s group elements are metals are always electropositive elements, so it will have the lowest electron activity in the periodic table, just like the ionization enthalpy. So this is our elements: lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, and cesium. Okay. So lithium, as we go down the group, the size of the atom is increasing. Okay, So electronegation is the power to attract the electrons. How atom attract the electrons? It attract the electrons by the nucleus, by the attraction force of the nucleus. But see, this is lithium, this is the nucleus, this is sodium. It is getting bigger. It is also getting bigger. It is also getting bigger, larger in size. So when new electron will come to the shell, it will have to be attracted by the attraction force of the nucleus of the atom. But the outer shell is going far. The outer shell is going far from the nucleus. So going down the group, electronegativity of the first group elements decreases regularly. So in first group elements, lithium has the greatest electronegativity. Then comes sodium, then potassium, then rubidium, and then cesium. Okay. If we talk about the Pauling scale of electronegation, lithium has electronegation of around 1. It has 0.9, it has 0.8, 0.8 for rubidium, and 0.8 for the potassium also, and 0.7 for the cesium. So we can see about the electronegation value of first group elements. Now we can determine the bond by the electronegation. Yes, we can determine when they form bonds. We have learned in periodic table that if the difference in electronegation of two bonded elements is larger than 1.6 to 1.7, if I am talking about this bond A to B, suppose if B has electronegation, if delta E means is greater than or equal to 1.6 or 1.7, then the bond is 50% ionic. Okay. That lithium has electronegation of 1. If it is making bond with LiF, here LiF. As we know, lithium has the electronegation of 1, and also we know about the electronegation of fluorine. Fluorine has the highest electronegation in the periodic table. What is the value of electronegation of fluorine? It is 4, maximum value. So what is the difference between electronegation of lithium and fluorine? This is 3. So it is greater than 1.7. Okay. So what kind of bond will be between the lithium and fluorine? This is ionic. We can see that difference is greater than 1.7. So the bond will between Li and F is ionic. Also other atoms has also the lowest value of electronegation. NaCl. Let's talk about NaCl. Electronegation is sodium is 0.9 and Cl has 3.5. The difference is around 2.6. So it is also ionic. So what we can make conclusion by the electronegation values, the bond made by the bond which first group elements make is kind of ionic. The almost all kind of molecules, all kind of compounds made by the first group elements are ionic. NaCl, LiF, we have talked about KCl. Okay, these are ionic in nature. And one more type of we can conclude also by the Fajans rule. The smaller the cation, smaller the anion, lesser the polarization of the anion, and if the polarization is lesser, then their nature is ionic. Okay, so we can understand by the two principles. First by the value of electronegation and the second by the Fajans rule, that what kind of bond is between two atoms. So this is the simplest way, I think so, to know the bond of what kind of bond is there. So this is our bond type. This is ionic. This is also ionic. This is also ion. Okay. So if we talk about the other properties of the first group elements, first we will talk about the softness of the metal. Softness of the metal. All elements are soft in first group elements. All elements of first group are soft. Lithium to cesium. They are all soft, but lithium is somewhat harder than the other metals. Lithium is somewhat hard, and all other metals, are soft. Soft means they can cut by the knife, right? So we will talk about the reason of softness and hardness of the metals. Okay, so let's talk about the reason of softness. What is the softness? We have listened about two types of force. First is cohesive force and second is adhesive force. There are two kinds of force: cohesive force and adhesive force. Cohesive and adhesive. Cohesive is force between same type of the same atoms. If I will talk about lithium, then the force between lithium and lithium atoms will be kind of cohesive force. Okay, adhesive is force between different atoms. Okay, so we can say that the hardness is due to the cohesiveness, because if the molecules has the great force between them, then of course they will be in a nature of hardness. So if these metals except sodium, except lithium, sodium to cesium are soft, means there is less cohesive force between their atoms. Only lithium has a great value of, or we can say the great value of cohesive force. If I am saying lithium is hard, then means it has great cohesive energy. Okay, it has great cohesive energy, then it is hard. Okay, I think it is a simple concept, cohesive and adhesive. We also listen in general life Fevicol is adhesive because it joins the two different things. Cohesive is the force between same kind. Okay, lithium is hard. We just learned in the NCERT that lithium is hard. It is the reason is not mentioned in the NCERT books. The reason behind this is the cohesive energy or cohesive force. Lithium has great cohesive energy, thus it is hard in the nature. And other metals, sodium to cesium, are soft in the nature, means sodium to cesium has low cohesive energy. Okay, sodium to cesium has low cohesive energy. Okay, one more property we can conclude about the cohesive nature, about the cohesive energy. What other type of property is that? Melting point. What is the melting point? The temperature at which the substance melts. When it will melt? If the substance is or an element is melting at low temperature, means it has low value of cohesive force between them. Okay, so lithium has great cohesive energy between them, so lithium should have great or high value of melting point. So again we can say lithium lithium has the great value of या high value of melting point. It is the order of melting point. देखो, see, we have concluded the another property from the cohesive nature. What other property is melting point? Lithium has the great value of cohesive nature or cohesive energy. So lithium will have the high value of melting point than other metals of the first group elements. Okay. So sodium, then potassium, then rubidium, then C. This is the reason why going down the group melting point decreases. This is the reason. What is the reason? The reason is the cohesive energy. As we go down the group, the cohesive energy decreases. And the now question is why it decreases. Why it decreases? Going down the group, size is getting larger, size is getting bigger. If the size is larger, size of the atom is larger, then it will lie far comparatively. If the size of the atom is large, then it will the nucleus of the atoms. If I am saying this is the lithium and lithium, this is the distance between their nucleus. If I am talking about the sodium and sodium, this is the distance. If I am talking about the potassium, this is the distance between them. So as going down the group, the size of the atom is getting larger. Thus the cohesive nature is decreasing. Cohesive energy is decreasing. That's why the melting point of the first group elements decreases going down the group. Okay. So I hope you have understood the concept of softness of the metal and melting point of the metals of first group. Okay. If you have any kind of doubt, please let me know in the comments.